I love little baby ducks, old pickup trucks, and YouTube. You guys remember that song? Charlie Rich, the Silver Fox, I think they called him. Now listen, don't go hating. I am not an old school country music fan, but I do remember my mom playing that record. Yes, record. Not CD, not 8-track, but a good old vinyl 45 record over and over. I love little baby ducks and I love you too. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how old I was back then, but I definitely know I was not into little baby ducks and you. And I remember her playing that record over and over again. Anyway, I don't know why it came to mind. Maybe that song came to mind because I love that JudyBakes22, and that's what this video is about. It is about Judy's 200 subbie challenge. Hit the applause button, Sam. Yeah, I wish I had one of those, like a button that when you push it, you know, the applause comes up. Or if you hit another button, you would hear boo. No, like a soundtrack that I could play with my videos. Maybe that's what will go on my Christmas list. Okay, guys. Anyway, let me tell you that Miss JudyBakes22, her name will be here on the screen, is having a challenge. Let me try to remember the rules. One thing, it can be a layout or it can be a card. And if you do both, you get 2 entries into the giveaway. So just for the record, I'm going to do a card too. That's my plans for today. The layout or the card has to be about food. The next rule, you must use at least 2 different stamps. Rule number 3, you have to use a new product. Rule number 4, you have to use an old product or a product you don't use often. Next rule, you have to upload a video response to Miss Judy. And last but not least, you do need to be a subbie. Oh, wait, back up, stop the show. See, now, right now, if I had sound effects, I would insert like a record. I wish that I had like a sound effect where you like take and scrape the needle across the record and it goes, I bet half of you don't even know what I'm talking about because you've had CDs and audio cassettes and maybe even 8-tracks, but not records. I miss records. Okay. In fact, I still have some of my old records, 45s, and I still have some albums. Wonder what they're worth on eBay. I would say you can't get any more food related than this photograph. The new thing oh wait, listen, I can't even believe I did this again. I get off track and then I forget what I initially was talking about. Another rule is you have to use a border punch or scissors. Like Judy said, if you don't have a border punch, do a decorative edge. Use some of your deco scissors. And that's one of the rules too. And I'm so sorry I get off track like that. Lordy be. Okay, there's my picture. This paper, all of the paper, except this black cardstock, is from ta-da-da-da. There's another one of those sound effects. Is from the Basic Gray Serendipity collection, which my friend I love her so much. The Coffee Mommy here on YouTube, but I know her as Jill, sent this whole collection to me in a rack last week. Talk about surprised. And I'm going to get her for that, but it was so sweet. But Jill is sweet, and she does sweet videos and sweet projects, and she has sweet kids, 4 of them, and we had 4 kids. So they weren't all mine, but, you know, I had 3 stepkids and 1 of my own. God bless the woman who raises 4 children, because I didn't have to do it all the time, but the kids was with us a lot, and, oh, they were a handful. And I miss it and I enjoy it. It wasn't a bad thing, but they will keep you busy. Anyway, oh, Jill, thank you again. I just love this collection. And so that's my new thing, okay, is the paper. Even all the letters are from the Serendipity collection. Even the stickers here, Serendipity. All these papers, Serendipity, except the black. And so that's my new thing. Here's my border punch. I think that's apron lace or threading water by Fiskars. And my old thing, or my thing that I don't use enough, is my MFT label die cut thingy from MFT. And you know, I love this thing. I really wanted it bad. I couldn't wait for it to get here, and now I never use it. And you know, who can't use a label? I could use this on just about any layout. So Judy, thank you for making me pull this out. Now, my 2 stamps is down here along the bottom. And I actually used way more than 2 stamps, but look at me, always the overachiever. These stamps, now this one right here is just a wood stamp. It's from the Dollar Bennett Michaels. I picked that up like last year or something. And then these other stamps are from TPC Studios. I picked those up just a week or so ago at Joann. And they were on sale for half price, and it's called Kitchen something or another. Vintage Kitchen. Ta-da! I remember that. I used my Smash Label Maker to do these little words right here. And I think that's it, right? I'm already a subbie. I've been a subbie. And I'm so glad I'm a subbie. And I'm going to upload the video response. Gosh, I think that's it, guys. Okay, so here's the story behind my picture. The title reads, "We eat like teenagers left home alone for the weekend." And I'm not so proud of that. My heritage, I am Italian. But listen to this quick, hopefully funny story. My mom's dad is Italian, and my mom's mom is Native American. Now, my mom's mom lived in Mississippi. My grandpa, why don't I just say that? My maternal grandma and my maternal grandpa, instead of saying my mom's mom, second cousin, third removed. Okay, I always make things harder than it has to be. Anyway, my maternal grandfather came out of the New York area, travels into Mississippi, meets my grandma, falls in love. And I'm like, what are the chances? Now, this is back in what, 1930, maybe? 1927? Many years ago. I mean, what's the percentage and the odds that this Italian man is going to come through New York City, travel southward into Mississippi to meet my grandma? I just don't think that happens often. So I've always said And believe me, this is not a slur. It's not me being a bigot or racist. I don't mean that. This is a very loving term for me. I call us Italian hillbillies. And again, to me, the word hillbilly is not a bad word. It might not be appropriate, but I mean, like, I think the word redneck or trailer trash is a bad word, but not hillbilly. Here's why I say this. You should meet our family. If we are not a true mix of Italian heritage and Southern hospitality, nothing is. Here's what it sounds like at Christmas when my, maternal side of family is together. Won't y'all come in and have something to eat? What do you mean you're not going to eat nothing? Well, I'll kill you. I'll choke you if you don't have something to eat. Now, that's the way we sound. I mean, but it's a blend of our nationalities. So, anyway, I've always referred to us as, aren't we, Italian hillbillies? I mean, because, on one hand, we got this huge Southern aspect to us, and then on the other hand, we have this upper East Coast Italian Sicilian heritage. What a blend, right? So with this heritage, and the reason I'm telling you this story, I have to feed people. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm getting so excited I'm knocking the tripod around. I can't just feed you, I have to overfeed you. I have to feed you things that are so high in carbs and so high in calories, it's a wonder you don't just drop over after you take the last bite off your plate. I mean, I cook my eggs in bacon grease. It's a wonder that my husband, me, my kids, and my stepkids haven't dropped over from eating stuff like that. Cancel clear, knock on wood, thank heavens. And then the flip side of me is sausage and peppers. Now, if I don't kill you with the saturated fat, I'm going to get you with the spicy, tangy, heartburn sauces and peppers. So, my thing is, I've got to feed people. And God forbid you don't rave about my food for the 3 hours after I have fed you. I'm not always happy that we eat like this, but I have said for years, we eat like teenagers left home alone for the weekend. I don't cook like I used to, gals, but after cooking night and day and night, and at least once a day, and sometimes when I was working Monday through Friday and the boys were younger, listen, on Sundays, my off day, I would get up and at 9 o'clock start cooking, and I'd still be cooking at 5 or 6 that day, because I would prepare a Sunday meal, and I would prepare things that we could freeze and heat up during the week. Now, I would still cook, but let's say, like, what I would do is, let's say on Wednesday I wanted to have pork chops. I would make a mashed potato twice baked. I would make biscuits and freeze them so that the boys could have a biscuit and gravy in the morning before school. I would make breakfast burritos and freeze them so that they would have a breakfast burrito in the morning. But then I would get up and cook them hash browns. This is a true story. My son was like 12 or 13 years old, and I used instant potatoes from a box, which, listen, they're not so bad. What's the one that I used? Idaho Joe's, or anyway. I was pouring the flakes into the cup to measure them, and Eric comes over and he's like, "What is that, Mom?" And I said, "It's mashed potatoes." I am not kidding you. He had tears in his eyes when he looked at me, and he was like, "Those aren't potatoes." And he wasn't used to seeing food like that. It's a wonder we don't always 500 pounds. And it's a wonder our cholesterol is not 600. That's the reason for this layout. Let me zoom in. Oh, how did that V8 juice ever get into my fridge? That must have been somebody else's. It's too healthy. No, I'm just kidding. Just a little Italian hillbilly humor there. Actually, we do have some things that are healthy. There's my border punch. And guys, see that this dish right here? It's under that container with the blue lid. That is called chocolate eclair pie. I must give you all the recipe for that. It's actually better for the summer. It tastes almost like an eclair, but in pie form. And there you see, there's all my stamps, Judy. Look at this one with the rolling pin. Everything's stamped out. Oh, I'm sorry. Everything's stamped out so perfect except that one rolling pin. You see that little extra ink there? Don't you hate when that happens? You're at the end of your layout. Everything's going well. You have to stamp something and it messes up. I wanted these to look like little recipe cards stuck down in there. And this is just something that I've said for years and years, so I thought it was time to make it into a layout. And maybe now, my great-great-grandchildren, when they see those pictures of me, and they go, "Oh, gee, great-great-grandma Vicky sure was fat," they'll know why. Okay, guys, Judy, congratulations on 200 subbies. Honey, you should have 2,000, and I'll bet before long you do. You do a great video. You're a great gal, and I just can't wait to see more of your videos, whether it's your projects or your haul videos. They're fantastic. To everybody else, get over there. There is a prize package for this. And let me tell you something. Judy's a great shopper. She has very good taste. Come on and play along. I guess that's it. Good luck, everyone. And Judy, thank you so much for having this challenge.